So one of the very first things we do in the Visionary Parents Academy is to create our parenting vision for the year. You actually want to do that, and it is what we are here to do. So whether you are a returning parent or you are a new parent, the first thing you want to do is to create your vision for the year. You may have had vision, we create long-term and short-term vision. That is what we do. Your long-term vision is the vision that covers your child, your family till the end of the till your children are adults, talking about different phases of development. So what we do yearly is you craft your vision for that year. At the end of the year, what do you want to celebrate? What are your goals? How do you want to see your family? How would your family be at the end of the year? It is one of the things we do in the Visionary Parent Academy. And so welcome to Parenting with Enemy Orebo, powered by the Visionary Parent Academy. Of course, you know that this class is brought to you by the Visionary Parent Academy. Today is creating your parenting vision, your family vision. And we are going to look at it, not just one. We are going to look at 4 different family visions we can create this 2025. We are going to look at a family vision, your own family vision for the next 1 year. We are going to look at your parenting vision, what parenting success means to you as a parent. At the end of the day, how would you describe, how would you say, okay, I am successful as a parent? We are going to look at that. And most importantly, especially for returning parents, we are going to look at creating a parenting future vision for your child. Now, this is where many parents struggle. Many parents find it very difficult. I've seen this a lot of time as an issue. I see children, they say, okay, I want to be a footballer. My parents want me to go to school. I don't want to go to school. It simply means that the parents and the child, they have different visions. It's the child's life, yes. But hey, you are here to guide the child. Because there's a saying that what you as a parent see sitting down, your child will not see even if they climb the highest mountain. It is true. So you are here to guide your child. Now, this is why it is important that you also consider creating the future vision of your child. And today we are going to learn about all of that in this class. And this class is for the Visionary Parent Academy. However, we always leave our master classes open so that you can join. Before we go into today's topic, I would like to tell you a bit about the Visionary Parent Academy. The Visionary Parent Academy is an academy where parents get registered and they stay in the academy all year long and they get empowered daily. We do a lot of amazing activities so that you can skill up yourself. You will learn, you will be confident in your parenting. You will have your goals, you will have your vision, and at the end of the day, you will win and celebrate your wins in your parenting. It is what we are about in the Visionary Parent Academy. Our yearly fee for 2025 is 60,000 naira. Fortunately, we have someone who is discounting for us. Like I shared yesterday on Facebook. I said, there's a saying that a prophet is not honored in his own town. But me, I'm a prophet who is honored in her town. And people in my town, they honor me because they actually see my results. And so I have someone from my town who has offered 50% discount. So which means instead of paying 60,000 naira for the year, you only pay 30,000 naira. And this offer is just for 10 people. And we have people taking up this slots already. So you want to jump in quickly and pay your 30,000 naira, send proof to him, and then he pays the balance and you are admitted into the academy. Okay, that is that about the Visionary Parent Academy. And we have a program coming up, Parenting on Your Knees. I made a post about it today. So if you are not following me on Facebook, please follow me on Facebook. And you can also join our free WhatsApp community. You are going to learn a lot about parenting on your knees, where we are going to pay from February 1st to January 31st, 2026. From February 1st, 2025 to January 31st, 2026, we are going to pray one prayer every day for our children. So you are going to learn how to be part of it. You are going to get a manual for it, and you are going to be part of it. You are going to learn how to be part of it if you follow me on Facebook, Enime Orebo, or you just simply drop in the comment section asking, how do I partake in the Parenting on Your Knees challenge? Okay, let's go. Creating a vision for your family, a 2025 vision. Let me start by asking you, dear parents, what kind of family do you want to have at the end of the day? Because before you even talk about parenting family, you need to know what you are doing. For us, for very many parents, we don't even know what we are doing. We just wing it. We just go random. We go spontaneous. Now, it is where we do a lot of the things we do. It is why we do it. Let me give you a practical example. You will hear almost every parent to say, I want to raise an assertive child, right? Yes, that is what they want. But when the child is trying to be expressive, they will shut the child. It simply means that those parents, they don't even know what they want. You can't say you want something and you are not allowing that thing grow. I don't get it. It's like you said, okay, I want to plant a maize in my farm. I want to harvest maize at the end of the year. Then you plant maize. When maize starts sprouting, you are uprooting it. You are uprooting it. I don't get you. How will you get maize at the end of the year? It simply means that you don't even know what maize look like. You don't have a picture of it. You don't even know what you want. You are just winging it. Now, this is why it is super important that before you even create your vision as a parent, you must reflect and know exactly what you want. You want to ask yourself, what exactly do I want? What kind of child do I want my child to be by the end of the year? You want to begin by understanding the phase your child is, the challenges your child has, the struggles your child have. What are my child's struggles? What were my child's struggle for 2024? What were my child's challenges? Were they academic challenges? Were they relationship challenges? Were they mental health challenges? Were they just personal hygiene challenges? Were they responsibility challenges? Just what were my child's challenges? Were they rude? Were they not taking charge of themselves? You actually want to have an image. You want to understand what were your child's challenges. Now you want to tell yourself, okay, my children's challenges for last year were XYZ. So by the end of this year, this is the picture I want to have. That is your vision. That is just one part of it. Now, another thing you want to have is you want to tell yourself, okay, last year my family was very chaotic. Every morning we're always nagging, whining, fighting, time to go to school. My children's share was always a drama. I would always come to the house, nagging, yelling. Nah, that was my 2024. All things have gone, all things have passed away, all things are now new. So 2025 is a different ball game for me, right? So you want to sit down and ask yourself, what do you want for your family in 2025? That is the first vision you want to look at. Now, the second vision you want to look at is, okay, this is supposed to be the first one. Parenting vision. What does success mean to you as a parent? Now, fortunately for the Visionary Parents members, we already have a guide, my parenting vision guide. I told you I was going to share more templates with you. So after the class today, we are going to share the templates and we are going to further talk about them in the evening. So you want to, what does success mean to you as a parent? You want to begin generally looking at the future. When do you begin to say, oh, you have succeeded as a parent? I was watching, someone referred me to a video one time, a parent statement. It was this Blessing CEOs. She dropped a video and someone commented under it, this is the kind of woman I want my daughter to grow into. Someone commented under it, and so I got wondering. I mean, I've had I don't personally listen to Blessing CEO, so I don't know if she's intelligent. I don't know a lot of things about her, so I cannot categorically say okay anything. But the few I've seen of her, I've heard people talk about everything. The few I've heard about her is really negative. Especially I've seen her a couple of times coming on social media to shake her book toss and all of that. So when the parents put that, I got wondering, okay, is this actually the kind of child you want to raise, like the one that comes on social media years from now and starts shaking her buttocks almost naked, but then that is what success means to that parent. When that parent's child is able to come on social media and start shaking buttocks naked, that is what success means to that parent. So that is why they say success is relative. Everything, it means different things to different people. So for the visionary parents, you already have a guide. It is my personal guide, my success definition. I put it into into a mini ebook you can quickly read and get inspired. Like I always say, you don't have to swallow everything hook, line, and sinker. You are using it to guide yourself. Now, this is why in the Visionary Parents Academy, one of the things we do, our focus is for you to learn yourself. It's for you to get empowered. It's not for you to just go and act like a blind man. Oh, everything they say you are. No, you are going to be able to sit down and process. You're going to be able to sit down and think through, because you know what you want. Your vision is not my vision. Your factors is not my factors. We don't have the same factors. You know, we are not parenting the same child. Your child's temperament is not my child's temperament. Your child's love language, learning style, motivation style, a lot of things, they are not the same. So that is why in the Visionary Parents Academy, we encourage you. You need to learn, so that at the end of the day, you are going to customize whatever you are learning to meet your child. So again, my definition of success maybe not be your definition of success. So what you want to do is to take that parenting vision guide, my parenting vision guide. If you haven't gotten it, it is in the Telegram group. That is our resource bank, where you can easily go and take all our materials. Now remember, we have two major groups. We have the WhatsApp group where we interact all the time. And of course, we have our Zoom once in a month Zoom class. Then we have our WhatsApp group where we interact every day. We meet every day. Then we have the Telegram group that is specifically for our resources. So any resource we drop or any materials we drop, you just go there and pick it. So the guide is in that Telegram group. Go and pick it. And let me tell you, you have a task. The first 1 week is for you to create your vision and your goals for the year. You're in the academy, so you should have a goals. You should have a purpose of being in the academy. You have your reasons of being in the academy. So you should create your vision and your goals. And like I shared this morning in my voice note, I said, the people that have sent their goals, they have already gotten a personalized template. They've gotten personalized templates because I gave you a template to craft your goals. How your children individually, you set their goals, even your struggles, your goals. You want to communicate better, you want to be more patient, you have your goals written out. Your children also, okay, they don't lead themselves, or they are not empowered, they don't know sexual boundaries and all of that, or personal boundaries. You have your goals. That is why I started by saying, what were your children's struggles last year? So you have your goals. Now, those goals you have, you are going to put them together, follow the template we shared. Again, the template is in the Telegram group. You follow the template we shared, and you get a personalized response. What you can do, use what can guide you. And if you struggle with it, if you have any problem with it or any issue with it, you come back and we'll talk about it. If you're not comfortable talking about it in the group, which I always encourage so that others can learn, you can come privately. All the other 3 admins plus me 4, you can reach any one of us, and we are going to do justice to it. You have all those things. Remember, these goals and vision is just for 1 week. After 1 week, by next week Monday, if you submit your goals and vision, we'll not attend to you, except you are just a member who just joined us, because you still have from now till the first quarter of the year. After the first quarter of the year, we close portals for the entire year. So we still take members from now to the first quarter of the year. Except as a member, you just joined. So if you just join, then you have 1 week to do all of that. Otherwise, we are not going to attend to you, because as a visionary parent, we are disciplined. We are super disciplined. You can't teach discipline to your child. You can't hold your child accountable for discipline, for not being disciplined. You can't discipline your child for not being disciplined if you are not being disciplined. I know that, there is you don't have enough time, because yes, you pay for this academy, you have to work to earn money to pay, for example, so you are always busy. I get all of that. It is why we are going to take our time one of these days to hold a master class on how to manage your time effectively. Okay, we've derailed too long, so let's go back into it. I was saying that you need to understand your child struggles for last year and you set your goals. Another thing I was saying is, okay, yes, thank you, ma. Another thing I was saying is, I said, what kind of family do you want to have this year? Your family last year was chaotic, a lot of drama, a lot of smacking, a lot of yelling. No, this year, that is not the kind of family you want to have. So you want to sit down and look around that. And the other vision I talked about is your children's future. What kind of future do you envisage? What kind of future do you following? Thank you, ma. What kind of future do you think? It's not just about you envisaging, it's not just about you desiring a great future for your children. What kind of future do you think befits your child? The purpose. I know the plans I have for you. What kind of future do you think is the plan of God for your life? These things, they are not like I always say, everything God created, every child God created that child for a purpose. So the kind of raw materials the child needs to fulfill that purpose, they are in that child. That was why we wrote a book, the Visionary Parent Academy. I created a guide last year on living your calling. Is a Christian book, Living Your Calling, for Christian preteens and teenagers, living your calling. I say to them that, see, our greatest role model for children, for preteens and teenagers, is Jesus Christ. Look at Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ did not just come into this world like that. He came into this world specifically for an assignment. There was a need to redeem the world, and that was why Jesus Christ came into this world to redeem the world. What does that mean? It simply means that there is a need to redeem the world. Somehow, that was why your child was sent into this world. So Jesus Christ, if you look at Jesus Christ, he had a lot of traits that were all part of what made him why he was able to redeem the world. The same thing as your child. Your child has all the traits and everything that are put inside of him to be able to serve his purpose. So when we now talk about your child's future vision, we need to consider all of that: their interests, their passions, their ability. Yesterday, I wrote a post about my daughter. I said my daughter is a polymath, and I got a lot of questions. What does it mean? How do you raise a polymath and all of that? These are some of the things we notice in our children. There are some children that are, should I say, generalists. There are some children that are professional, or I'm looking for the words to use now. Some people, they are not, like polymath is someone who can, should I say, who is multi-talented, or who is able to, who has something like jack of all trades, who can do a whole lot of things, and they can do them very well. A ready example is Vicky James. We see a lot of things she does: fashion designer, doing it well; coming into business, doing it well; creating content, doing it well; speaking, doing it well; singing, doing it well. Something like that. Someone like that you can call a polymath. So we have other people too who are kind of the opposite of it. I'm looking for the right word for them. Maybe I'll have to read and learn better on that. I'm looking for the right word for them. They're just kind of specific. They don't have that capacity to do a lot of things together. We have those kind of people, and it is for the purpose they were created for. So we need an understanding of all these things. It is why you cannot just wing in your parenting. You cannot assume you know. We need to know a lot of this. It is why you need to join an academy. You need to join the Visionary Parent Academy. In the Visionary Parent Academy, our Tuesday classes are specifically designed to help you understand your child. Our topics, our discussions on Tuesdays are focused on you understanding your child, knowing the child you have, their gifts, their talents, their passions. Everything about your child is what our Tuesdays conversations are all about. So if you're a parent in the Visionary Parent Academy already, you need to sit down and maximize every single information you are getting from that class. Every single thing. You will agree with me that what you pay is a steal compared to what you gain from the class. The resources we give you alone, they are worth more than what you pay for, let alone then our interactions, our accountability, and all of that. So if you are not in the Visionary Parent Academy, then our Tuesday classes are for us to understand our children better, so that we are not forcing round pegs in square holes or things like that. Because when you understand your child better, you are able to guide them and help them achieve their full potentials. You are even able to guide them and create a realistic vision. Because sometimes a lot of us, we create visions that are not realistic. You see children who are struggling academically, who struggle a great deal academically. Parents are pushing them. You want them to be one thing. You want them to remain in the line of academic. Really? Oh, I've told you, the visionary parents already know that. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. Okay, that said, you will need to sit down and understand your child's future vision. Another vision you need to craft is your child's future vision. If you're in the Visionary Parent Academy, you are going to get it. You're going to get all these materials, guide for you to use. If you're not in the Visionary Parent Academy, you can join us and you'll get the guide you will need to use. Okay, let's go. Now, the topic is how to create these visions. That is the topic, not just coming to talk about the visions and all of that. So the first thing you want to do is the importance of family vision. You need to understand it. It is a guide. It is super important. It is a guide. Let me give you a practical example. For example, you have a family vision for your year. Now, what does that mean? It simply means that every member of my family, this is how we want our year to be. This is how we want our 2025 to be. This is how, at the end of 2025, we come and celebrate these things. It is what we want. So everybody is aware of that. So it brings about unity. It brings about oneness. It brings about cooperation because everyone is on the same page. Now, this brings me to the how. This is why when you are creating your family vision, especially for the 1 year, you must bring your children along. You cannot do it alone. Now, for the Visionary Parent Academy, you are going to get a template for family meetings. For family meetings, you are going to get that because we also have a family constitution where you are going to meet with your children. Family structure where you are going to hold meetings. So you are going to get a guide for your family meetings. The old members already have it, so they may not need it. But if you still need it, the old members, we are going to create our class. We are going to have a different class. Like I told you, we are just together for this 1 month. After 1 month, you are going to have a different class. You are also going to be in this class in case you want to go back and learn some of the things you did not take action on. You are still in the general class, but we are going to have a different class. But because this time around, we are not just learning, we are accountability partners, right? So what we want to do, we want to learn, we want to grow, we want to empower ourselves so that we can model. For example, I said this year, I'm thinking legacy for my children. So we want to model, we want to actually have a legacy. So we want to empower ourselves, not now parenting. We talk parenting, we come to the general room to talk parenting, but the private room for returning parents, we are empowering ourselves. Our discussion are talking about our growth and how we are living legacies and modeling for our children. God help us. Amen. So I was saying that everybody would definitely need to be part of this vision. So that is the first thing you want to do. You want to create a vision for your year. So every member of your family, as a mom or as a dad, your spouse and your children, everyone living in your home must be a part of your family. Now, there's something people do. People that have maids, you tend to despise them. Now, let me tell you something. It is what you are modeling to your child. People will always say, the winds of life. You don't know where life will take you to. That maid will come and be your helper or something like that. I'm not even looking at that. I'm looking at constantly the way you respond to issues is an approval to your child that this is how to respond to issues. You have maids, you are always subjecting them to pain, to ridicule, to maltreatment. No wonder we grow up, we now raise children, we raise humans who don't have empathy. We raise humans who can open their eyes and hurt others. We raise humans who are centered about themselves. They are selfish. It's all about them. We raise humans who enslave others. That is what you do. That is what you are teaching to your child. You are telling your child, it is okay when someone is not as privileged as you are. It is okay to trample on them. It is okay to mistreat them. It is what you are approving. It's the lifestyle you are passing to your child when you have domestic staff maid or you are constantly mistreating them. You are not doing your child any favor. I tell you, you are not doing your child any favor. It is why your child grows up to become an adult tomorrow. They go out, they see someone and they feel, this person is not up to my level, and they start judging that person, misbehaving. Remember, we remember we all need each other in this life. So if you have maids, or whatever you call them, or house help or anything, you want to bring them together. Learn to teach acceptance. Accept them, bring them together when you are creating your family vision. So you want to ask your children, how do you want this family to be this year? What are the things you want to see in this family? Oh, you hear children saying all sorts of manners. So you need to give them guide. If you don't give them a guide, they are just going to say, oh, mommy, I want us to be watching movies every day. I want us to be going to the cinema every day. I want us to be ordering pizza every day, especially if your children are young. You have young children. But if you have preteens and teenagers, and you have been and you have nurtured a sense of reality and independence in them to an extent, they should be able to answer intelligently. Except you are a parent who you have not given them the room to be intelligent, to be able to use their brains on their own, so they will not be able to answer intelligently. But if you are a parent who have allowed independence, you've allowed critical thinking, you've allowed them to understand a bit of reality, they'll be able to answer you intelligently. So what do you want to do? You want to, for the younger children especially, you want to make sure you give them cues on how you want them to respond. Maybe relationship with a partner and with their siblings, maybe house around the house, atmosphere, the mood, and all of that. You want to make sure you talk about that. All of you come together, you agree. Now, after agreeing that, okay, this year, I want our home to be so fun. I want everybody to be happy. I don't want mommy to yell at me. I don't want daddy to yell at me. I don't want my sibling to do this again. I want all of us to always be happy. I want all of us to always be playing. I don't want daddy to yell at mommy, to hit mommy. I don't want mommy to say nasty things. After all of you have decided. And if you are just joining me, you want to drop a message in the comments, I'll really appreciate that. Drop a message in the comments. And this is the Visionary Parents Academy. We desire growth. We really want to grow. And one way you can support us to grow is by leaving comments. When you leave comments, and YouTube gets to know that, okay, there is value, or there was value in what happened here earlier on, and so they share to more people. And when more people watch the channel and they get value, they follow us and they join the academy. So you want to help us grow, and thank you so much for that. Okay, so after that, you want to sit down, you ask questions, you talk about, have the conversations. Everybody talks about what they want. As a family, you dream together. You can sit down and dream together. Oh my God, a lot of things you want to achieve together. Let me tell you one of the things I do together. Let me tell you another reason why family vision is important. Like for my children, when I ask them these questions, we talk about a lot of things, and they tell me how much fun they want to have, how much they want to get fun things, want to do fun things, for example. There's no problem. These fun things, they are things that are beautiful. I look forward to them. So, however, these fun things cost money, right? Yes, most of the time they cost money. So what do we talk about? I talk about, okay, since these fun things cost money, while we make our money, you are going to play your role in trying to make sure that the family resources does not go into waste. So you are not going to be wasteful. You are going to minimize, you are not going to be wasteful. You are going to use things the way they're supposed to be used. You are not going to just press your toothpaste and leave it wasting. You are not going to leave your baking soap inside water and leave it melting. You are not going to leave your washing soap and pour it away. You are not going to eat food and waste it. You are not going to just spoil things like that. That's the role you have to play. That's the part you have to play in this having fun, or being more able to do a lot of fun stuff. That's the part you have to play. Do you get me? That is why having a family vision, carrying your children along, is super important, because it gives you an opportunity to talk to them about how to achieve that vision. Okay, let's go there. Let's pause for a while. Let's leave that for a while. So now when you bring your children along, you ask them, they give you a picture, what they want and everything. You are going to tell them the roles they have to play. The roles they have to play in it. What roles do you think you can play in it? Like I just shared mine with my children. They want fun things, they want some more things and all of that. They want us to have fun a lot, go out, do a few things together. I know my son will say, okay, mommy, let's just drive. on one Sunday, we'll just drive down to town. We'll go to that supermarket. I want to see some lovely things there. There is no problem. I have to tell him, okay, so we can do that. It is easy. However, we always plan our months together. Yes. So some of the reasons we can do these things is if we are not wasteful. Because at the end of the day, if we are wasteful in the month, we are going to use the money we have set aside for that fund to replace some of the things we have wasted. So that is it. So you want to make sure you and your kids, you sit down, you have these thoughts, you have this conversation together, and you tell them the roles they have to play in the vision. The roles they have to play in the vision is super important. After that, then the next thing you want to do, you want to write a working statement, or call it mission statement or an action statement, something that everyone will always remember. Everyone will always remember. Everyone will always remember. I'm looking at my screen. For example, your children, they want to talk about fun. They want to feel free to always talk to you. They don't want you to be so rigid or strict, or give them this I always call it body heat. They don't want that. So after saying all of that, you are telling them, okay, fine, the roles they play in it. For example, this is how you behave that actually triggers me to do this. And can you also learn to be this, be that, and be all of that? We'll talk about it, because parenting is about you. You are the parent. However, the child has a role to play, right? If the child knew what the child's supposed to know, then it's going to be a little easier for you. It is why you empower your child. You skill up your child patiently to make sure they know what they are supposed to know. So you're also going to tell your child, okay, you don't want mommy to yell, you don't want daddy to yell, you just want all of us to always be having fun and be happy. Okay, fine. What are the things that make mommy yell? What are the things that make daddy yell? Okay, so we are going to learn to stop doing those things, right? Instead of hitting your sibling, you are going to learn to use your words more. You teach them. So at the end of the day, you write your vision statement. So your vision statement can be something like this: our family is a safe space where everyone feels loved, supported, and encouraged to pursue their dreams and make positive impacts in the world. That can be it. It can be something, you just write it out, you put it, and you paste it somewhere in your house where everybody can always see it. So they wake up in the morning, they are passing, they see our vision statement, they read it, they are going back, they pass it, they see our vision statement, our mission statement, they read it. It's an action guide. It keeps entering their head and their subconscious. So after writing your mission statement or anything, creating your goals for your children, your vision for your family, the next thing you want to do is to not assume, give action steps, practical behavior that actually will lead to that vision. Do not assume. Practical behaviors that will lead to the vision, like I've shared in mine. For example, our vision is to have fun, so much fun, be happy, supportive of each other, laugh, have fun. That's our vision for 2025. That is a fantastic thing. So we want to have fun. What does fun mean? What does fun mean to our family? It means being able to go out a lot of the time, play, do some things, and those things will involve money, right? Good and fine. So what are we going to do? Everyone is going to make sure that the family is able to save as much money to always go for fun. How is the family able to save money? One of the ways the family loses money is when we keep wasting things. You finish bathing in the bathroom, you leave your soap in the water, and soap now is something else. Let's say you bought a bar of soap for 1,000 naira. You finish bathing, you leave it in the water. By the time you come in the evening, the bar of soap has completely melted. So that soap that's supposed to last you a month lasts you about 3-4 days because it has melted. So when it lasts you about 3-4 days, it simply means that we are going to look for another 1,000 naira to buy another one. Right? So you put it in the water again 3-4 days, which means which means you are going to use like 8 to 10 a month. So instead of you to use 1,000 naira to buy one bar of soap to use in a month, you end up using up to 20 to 30,000 naira to replace soap, for example. So at the end of the day, Where do I get that money from? Because you must bathe, we must take care of your hygiene is important. It is now more important than going out and having fun. So what are we going to do? So we are not going to be able to have fun if you are wasteful. So what are we going to do? We are going to make sure that we are not wasteful so that we can enjoy the resources we have and have extra to have fun. You break it down into everyday behavior that will help them achieve that vision at the end of the day, the vision of how they want their family to be for the year. They help them achieve that vision. That is one about setting your family vision for the year. Now, the first one I talked about was your parenting vision, what success means to you. I don't want to talk about that too much because, one, we already have a video in this channel that is all about that. You can check from 2024 video. It's all about that. And secondly, we have a guide for the visionary parents. So you just take your guide and everything is there in the guide that we can use. Everything is there in the guide that you can use. The major thing is you understand what kind of child you want to raise. You understand the phase your child is. And you understand what are the things I need to put in place to raise this child I have. Do I need skills as a parent? Are there some skills I have naturally? Are there some skills I'm struggling with, I need to have? As a parent also, after this class, we have, I'll send you another template. The template is for you to evaluate your parenting strengths and skills. Because as a parent, a lot of us, we don't have certain strengths. And we need this strength to be able to parent our children intentionally. That is the simple truth. Some of us, we have some of this strength. Like I have a friend who is super patient. Oh, she's super patient. So that kind of a friend, patience in parenting, she may be big on it naturally, not because she learned it, because she's naturally a very patient person. She's tolerant. But there are some people that are not patient. It's always as if there's fire on the mountain. That kind of a parent, you need to learn patience, because in parenting, you need patience. There are some parents that are not consistent. Oh, they are just scattered. They are not consistent. And they are very impulsive. And you need impulse control. You need consistency. You need the 3 P's of the visionary parents: the pause, the process, and the proceed to respond. You need the 3 P's to be able to parent intentionally. So you want to know, what strengths do you have? What strengths are lacking in you that you need to work on? And the template also has how you can improve on your strengths. And of course, these things are materials, resources. I'll share them ASAP. It's already in my phone. So as soon as the class is over, I share in the group, and you go through them. Okay, that said, you ask yourself, what skills do I need to raise this child? What skills do I need? There is something I observe in parents a great deal. Parents, they don't realize that your lifestyle is constantly impacting your child. I need to say that again. Your lifestyle as a parent is constantly setting a standard for your child. Parents do not realize it. You think it's about what you want. You think about what you say. You tell your child, you order your child. No. Your lifestyle is an approval. It's constantly shaping your child. And when your child grows up, your child becomes something different from what you had in mind. It is because of your lifestyle. This is why when you have children, you cannot afford to wing anything. You cannot afford to be random. You cannot afford to just do anyhow when you have children. You must be super intentional about what you do at every given time. I was telling parents the other day that, see, if you're a parent with a shop, if you're not these retailers, you are always fighting someone, always quarreling with someone. You are setting a tune for how your child will treat you, how your child will respond to you. You don't realize it. So when your child grows up, they talk back rather. You are wondering, what audacity, what guts. You were the one telling you, because your child is seeing how you talk to people. They are learning from that. And they see how people talk to you again. They are learning from that, because at the end of the day, you are cheapening yourself before people. I can never understand why parents, grown-up parents, will just, please. Your lifestyle is always setting a standard for your children. It's shaping your children. It's shaping your children. So you need to always act up. You need to always think of the child you are raising, how you want your child to be, how you want your child to respond to issues, and act like that. My phone is plugged. Excuse me, please. Okay, so I just realized, thank God I checked. I just realized my phone is draining and it's plugged. I had to quickly get an alternative source so that, oh gosh, thank you. That was God, really. Because somehow I just went to check without even planning to. That was God, really. Okay, so that is that. So when you know the kind of child you want to raise, you actually know the skills you need as a parent. Like, it's a job description. Yes, the child you want to raise, the vision, your vision defines your job. Your vision defines the role you need to play. Your vision defines the skills you need to have as a parent. The vision you have for your child defines the skill, determines, the vision you have as a parent determines the skills you need to have. Okay, I was saying that the vision you have has a great part, has a great role, determines the skills you need to learn in your parenting and what you need to unlearn. For example, if you are a parent who is not patient, like I always say to parents, the fact that you got away with something doesn't mean your child will get away with that thing. No, you were doing something. Let's look at parents who abuse their spouses. Let's look at fathers who abuse their spouses. As a father, you are constantly hitting, yelling, and abusing your wife, right? Your child is there. Your child is seeing you. Your child is learning. Okay, sorry, that was network. Do you wish for a case where they would say your child and the spouse, they were fighting? One hit the other and then something happened, and then the other passed and something happened. You don't wish for that case. You don't wish for such a case. Nobody wishes for that. But do you know that your lifestyle of always abusing your spouse can actually give your child the approval that that is what is obtainable? And then when your child gets married tomorrow, and unfortunately your child marries someone that is not as docile or peacemaking as your spouse, as your wife, and when your child says, shut up, and your wife says, how dare you tell me to shut up? Your child hits, the spouse hits, and something happens. Who do you think will be blamed for it? Who do you think is responsible? You, as a parent, that by your lifestyle approved unhealthy lifestyle for your child. So your lifestyle is constantly shaping your child. So as a parent, you want to understand, because of the vision you have, you want to know, okay, what happened? Because of the vision you have, you want to know the skills to learn. It's important. The vision you have determines the skill you are going to learn in your parenting. It's your job description. It's the role you have to play. Okay, that is that. Let's go into the major one I want to talk about, especially for our returning parents. Now, for our new parents, I've shared what I want to share. You have the material you are going to use. One of the things you need to do, understand the phase your child is. Now, the phase your child is, understand it, and understand the next phase your child is going to. The next phase your child is going to. So you want to understand for yourself the skills your child needs. How do you want your child to fare in that next phase your child is going to? For example, your child is a preteen. Your child is soon going to be a teenager. When your child becomes a teenager, then when your child is, as even a preteen, your child is going to have issues of crushes. Let me give you something. There is a girl in my son's class who my son came to tell me that she told someone else to tell my son that she likes my son, which means she's crushing on my son. So yesterday I got talking to the girl. The truth of the matter is, why blame the girl? I don't blame the girl. She's 12 years and crushing on someone is very, very normal for her to crush. It's very normal for her to crush. However, if her parents was aware that, oh, my daughter is becoming a preteen, at some certain age, she'll start crushing. When she crushes on people, here is a proper way for her to respond to the crush. If the parent is aware of that, they are now going to sit down, have a picture in their head, like a vision. How do I want my child to respond to crush when the time comes? How do I want my child to respond to crush when the time comes? When the parent has that picture in her head, the parent is going to go ahead to empower the child, teach the child. And when you become 12, 13, even 11, even 8, even 9, you are going to crush on someone. So when you crush on someone, this is how you are going to handle it. And this is the reason why you should handle it like this. Do you think the girl would have gone ahead? Because yes, I was talking to the girl, and the girl was like, she was answering me. She was like, obviously she didn't know anything before, So that is it. What is the next phase your child is getting into? When you know that next phase, then sit down and envisage how you want your child to handle that phase, how you want them to navigate, and begin to prepare yourself to prepare them to navigate it. Then also think about the future of your child. Tomorrow, how you want them, what success means to you, how you want their future to turn out. That is it for our new parents. You have the guide, you are using the guide. So in the academy, we're also going to go further discussing about it today. And if you're not in the academy, you are missing a great deal. You are missing a great deal. You are missing a great deal. There's a lot for you to learn. A lot for you to learn. Okay, that said, let's go to today's what I want to share with the returning parent. Now, this is about future vision for your child. Now, this is where parents always struggle. Parents always struggle. You see, parents, I want to be a footballer, and the parent says, I'm not saying you don't be a footballer. What I'm saying is you go to school, get an education, and become a footballer. And the boy says, oh, I want to be a skit maker. I want to be like Brain Jotter. And the parent says, I am not saying you are not going to be a skit maker. The boy says, I bet leave school is a scam. Clash and all of that. Then you also have the issue of, you are no longer how God created you to be. You are something else. A lot of challenges. Now, this is why one of the things we are doing, we are backing our effort with prayers. It is why we are going for our parenting on our knees challenge, 1 year long prayer challenge for parents in the Visionary Parents Academy, and we allow non-members to enter to. All you need to do as a non-member, just get the manual. The manual is 5,000 naira. Get the manual and you join the challenge. The challenge is happening in a different group entirely. The manual is 5,000 naira. You get the manual and you join the challenge. You can follow me on Facebook, Enemy or Rebel, and you are going to see the post there, how to be part of the challenge and all of that. Okay, that said, now let's talk about creating a future vision for your child that can work, which involves helping them identify their dreams, strengths, values, while providing actionable steps to achieve their goals. Now, here is a structured approach for it. The first one you want to do is you want to start with an open-ended question. It is very important as parents. It's a new year. You want to, by the end of the year, you and your child should reasonably be on the same page. You and your child, if your child is a preteen and a teenager, you want you and your child to reasonably be on the same page. The first thing you want to do is to have a conversation with them. Ask them, understand their passion, their talents, what they enjoy doing. The thing is, every talent God has deposited in them, they can either use it for good or for bad. We see it. We see Apostle Paul in the Bible, right? How he used his strong will to persecute Christians until he was arrested and started using it to honor God. What does that tell you? It simply means that every single gift your child has, your child can either use it for good or use it negatively. So now, if we don't give them the foundation, the guide and everything, they may now use that gift they have negatively. Let's go on. You want to ask your child questions like, what do you enjoy doing the most? Another question is, what problem would you like to solve in the world? Another question is, what do you want to be known for when you grow up? What do you want to be known for? What problem do you want to solve? Now, creating this vision, future vision with your child will be super effective if you have always planted the seed in your child that they are problem solvers. They are here to solve problems. I live in a community where our mindset is a survivor mindset. You know, what I mean by the survivor mindset is not a mindset of impact. It's not a mindset of solution. It's a mindset of survivor. It is why the kind of conversations they have in this community, they are so, someone said, if I listen to you too much, I was, say, respond on Facebook, was responding to a particular conversation on Facebook that if I listen to you too much, my IQ will drop, you know. When I saw the comment, I had a laugh. If you listen to someone too much, the IQ will drop. It makes sense to me, yes. So the kind of conversations they have here is the kind of conversation that keep dropping their IQs, you know, that keep dropping their IQs. They are not teaching children that you have it. What you need to do is a solution, is to provide solution. That is not the kind of conversations that we have ongoing. So when you begin to plant the seed in your child that, see, you were born to provide a solution. Like Jesus Christ, there was a problem. Jesus Christ came into this world for Christian parents. Jesus Christ came into this world when there was a problem. So as a child, there was a problem. God sent you into this world to solve. So what problem do you think you want to solve? You can solve. What problem do you think you want to be known for solving? The Wright brothers, they solved the problem of transportation. I remember back then, my grandma used to say something. She wants to describe someone who looks pale. She would say, like, she looks like the child that was left in the boat, in the canoe, you know, in those days of slave trade. So when they pack them and they say, oh, this one is not looking healthy, they'll leave that particular person in the canoe or they throw the person into the water, you know. So that was it. And because they'll have to journey for days, for weeks and all of that, you know. But Wright brothers came and said, no, journeying by sea is too long. Let's journey by air. Make things easier. So they were no longer living, Ebo was no longer living, Omo, Woko. Okay, sorry, just trying to be funny there. So that is basically it. So what problems do you want to solve? Your children should have an idea. They should know about problem solving. They should know what is going on. And one of the things you do, use everyday happenings to teach them. Everyday happenings to teach them. We'll talk about that in the Visionary Parents Academy because I want to wrap up now. Another thing is this, you help them understand their values. Values that will help them. Values are your guiding principles. Values are the things that guide your decisions daily. Remember, you have a vision. So if your vision is where you are going to, your values are the roads you will take to your vision. Help them understand their values. If your child says, Mommy, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be able to supply food, I want to major in food business so that I'll be able, like Christmas time, there's always scarcity of food. Why? I want to be an entrepreneur so that whether Christmas or no Christmas, everybody can get food to buy. You know, I want to be a producer, a manufacturer. I don't like the fact that this will just increase price indiscriminately and it affects people. You can't eat what you want to eat. I want to be a producer, a manufacturer, so that I'll be able to provide different alternatives. You know, if your child desires to be an entrepreneur, to be a manufacturer, you will not tell your child, one of the ideas you should value is collaboration, teamwork. That is something you should learn because you may need to collaborate with people as time goes on. Another thing you will need to learn is creativity. You need to learn how to create products. Another thing you should learn is adaptability, because you will need to adapt to change from time to time. Another thing you should learn is resilience, because hey, there are times things will not go as you planned, though. You will produce a product and people will not rush to come and buy like you thought. You know, these are values that will help you achieve your vision. That's the next thing you want to talk to your child about. You encourage them to dream. They have a vision. They want to dream. The next thing you want to do is you want to go into the internet, Google, YouTube, look for people who are doing well, who are excelling in that area, who know exactly what they are doing, so that they can begin to learn from them. Remember, I always say, if you're not following me on Facebook, follow me, please. I always say one thing, that faith comes by hearing. The more your child hear the negative, the more they begin to grow in them. But the more they hear the positive, the more they hear people validate their desires, what they want to do, the more it becomes easier for them to run with that. So you want them to be to constantly see and hear from people that kind of dream what they dream and have stories to share in their field. As usual, you are going to break down their vision into categories. First of all, whatever vision you have, your career path, that is what they want to achieve. What is that thing they want to achieve? Like I said, your child may say, I want to be manufacturer of food items. Now, what problem do you want to solve? Remember, their vision must solve a problem. What problem do you want to solve? I want to solve the problem of scarcity. I want to solve the problem of meeting the food needs of people living in poor neighborhood. You know, that is a problem. Fantastic. You know, there may be a child there now in that poor neighborhood that is going to be a great person. However, if the child doesn't have good food to eat, the child will not be able to function optimally. The child will not be able to realize their purpose. So it's okay. That is it. So you want to now sit down and talk to them about what they need to learn. What do you need to learn to be that which you want to be? What do you need to learn? Education. What course do you want to study? What skills do you want to learn to be that which you want to be? Then you want to talk about habits. Now, this is where we don't focus on this. Habit and skills they need to develop that which they want, their vision. Habit and skills. I have a child who has always said, oh, Mom, I want to be a neurosurgeon. I want to be a neurosurgeon. There is no wahala. And one thing I've always taught this child of mine is that to be a neurosurgeon, you need attentiveness to details. You need attentiveness to details. That is a skill. So you need to always pay attention to details when you are doing things. You don't have to be just randomly all over the place. You need to pay attention to details because you want to be a neurosurgeon. You want to work in the brain. Then you need, I've always told my child, I said, I had to buy the brain of a goat one time so that they can just see how the brain, the cells, they are wired, they are intertwined and all of that. So what skills does your child have to learn? You also need to learn the skill of patience if you want to be a neurosurgeon, because it's not a 1-year course. It's not a 4-year course. You have to go for your medicine and surgery. Then you now go for your specialty, right? So you need patience. You need to be able to wait for that long. Those are it. Your child will need skills. Any career, any path, your child will need skills. When your child doesn't have that skills, it will be easy for them to derail. Then they will need personal character, and they will need how they want to impact the world. They will need short-term goals for whatever vision they have. What are the short-term goals that you are going to build? In the self-led mentorship class the last time, I asked them to draw a vision ladder. A vision ladder. You know, what is this? These steps in ladder, is it wrong or something? ROUNG. I think it's wrong. So every vision, their vision comes in step, like they have step 1. What are you going to do? Because when you have a vision, every step you take should lead to that vision. Everything you do should lead to that vision. It's like I tell children, it's like you go to school in the morning, you've closed, you are coming back home. What do you want to do? You are following every place, every road you follow is taking you home, right? The same thing happens. You have a vision, so every step you take should be able to take you to that vision. So that is it. You need to help your child understand their short-term goals, their long-term goals, and you create a vision board. It is one of the tasks we are going to do this month. Every month in the Visionary Parent Academy, we are going to have one monthly project. Our project for this month is creating your vision goal. create your vision vision board. Create your vision board. Vision board is not something new to you. You definitely know how to create a vision board. So it's not something new to you at all. If it's something new to you as a visionary member, then come to the group and we'll talk about how to create a vision board. You create a vision board. Everybody has input. Everybody puts what they want. For example, these are a board for my family. We are redesigning it. We have to buy some of these things so that we can use them, stick them on it to design it very well. Look at them. We are going to make it very colorful that we bought for our vision board. And we have a lot of material we are also going to print for the purpose of our vision board. That is it. And then you empower your children. You give them resources. You give them movies that relate to their vision. You give them resources. You give them books. You just help them develop habits that lead to that vision. Help them develop habits that lead to that vision. Deliberately structure your environment to help them to reflect the possibility of that vision that you. Okay, I don't want network is already waving now. I'm not sure I understand why it's that. Today has been a lot of drama in my life, in this life I'm doing. So, yep, I'm grateful. I'm able to navigate it and all of that. So that is about it for today. And like I said, this material I use now is the template I'm going to share with you again in the Visionary Parents Academy. So you are going to get all of these things. They are going to help you create your vision. You have your parenting vision guide already. You are going to be able to create your family vision for the 1 year. You are going to be able to create your child's future vision with everything I have shared here today. If you are not in the Visionary Parent Academy, you can just listen to this video from the beginning to the end and get everything you get and use them to do what you want to do. If you're in the Visionary Parent Academy, don't worry. You have all these resources. You can come back again, sit down, listen and take your notes. But you have all these resources we'll be sharing in our resource bank and you are going to get them. If you want to join the Visionary Parent Academy, it's okay. We are still open for registration. Remember I said till the first quarter of this year. And you are lucky you have a discount now. And someone is offering you 50% discount for just 10 people. I don't know how many people we have already. Now we have a couple of people already. As soon as the 10 slots are taken, we close offers and then we'll go back to our 60,000 naira. So you want to take advantage of it now. Thank you so much for joining. And if you want to get the parenting vision guide, if you don't have, you are in the Visionary Parent Academy, say, I don't have 30K, but I want this vision guide. You can just send me, drop it in the comment section or send me a private message and I will tell you how to get it. You are just going to pay a token, a teeny weeny token, or a bottle of drink, and then you will get it. Thank you so much. Don't forget our Parenting on Your Knees 366 Parenting Praying for Your Child Challenge that we are starting February 1st. Remember, the fee is 5,000 naira. Hop in now. Let's include prayers in our parenting toolkit. Thank you for joining me today. See you in the academy. See you on YouTube next week. Bye-bye.